This is our main event of Wild West Wrestling from Billy Bob's, Texas. It's a tag team mixed doubles event with Iceman and women's AWA champion Sherri Martel right there. And they'll be meeting Lance and Candi Devine. A great bout with great champion right here on Wild West Wrestling. What a lovely robe Sherri Martel is wearing in the ring, along with her little cherub, looks like an Irish leprechaun. Iceman, King Parsons. Ken Mantell, the president of Wild West Wrestling, is there. I don't suppose you'd call Iceman a cherub, would you?
Oh, Bill, I'm not sure. I better pass on that comment. Iceman has been very disappointing. His attitude and his outlook has been very disappointing of late. I guess he'd call that styling.
He's styling a little bit. Well, he's in great style right here with this very lovely, athletic Sherri Martel. What a fantastic champion she is.
Oh, she sure is, Bill. She's a lovely lady. She's the AWA World Women's Champion.
And speaking of champions, here's the former champion, Candi Devine. As you saw at the first part of our program, we had the outcome of their bout from last week. And Candi was trying to win that championship back. And the very acrobatic, the very exciting, the very handsome Lance. Well, here it is, our main event on Wild West Wrestling. The Iceman and Sherri Martel. They're doing a little jawing there, a little talking.
Psyching them out.
I don't think those two will be psyched. They're going to psych right back. And we go to our ring announcer for the introduction of our main event.
This event is scheduled for one fall. It has a 60-minute time limit, a mixed tag team match. First, introducing to my left from the red corner tonight, a former AWA Women's World Champion, Ms. Candi Devine. Her tag team partner for this event, from Dallas, Texas, please welcome the fabulous Lance. Their opponents for this match. First, from New Orleans, the AWA Women's Champion, Sherri Martel. Her tag team partner, sporting the new penguin tattoos upon his chest, from St. Louis, Missouri, the Iceman, King Parsons. Your referee is Harold Harris.
Well, that's the introduction of our main event. Ken Mantell with us, and here at Billy Bob's, Texas. Great, great entertainment center on the north side of Fort Worth. And Tuesday, we've got another tremendous battle coming up at Billy Bob's.
We sure do, Bill. I'm really looking forward to that Iceman Lance one-on-one, no disqualification bout. It ought to really be exciting.
It is also good to see Buzz Sawyer come into the arena, because it is his nickname could not be more appropriate. The two nicknames, a Mad Dog and a Buzzsaw.
Boy, and he's all of the above. And you know he's going to be facing Wild Bill Irwin, and that ought to be a rough house match deluxe. You know, earlier I made a couple of comments about Iceman being disappointed in his attitude. That's my own personal opinion. We don't want to in any way take away from his ability and his worldwide acclaim. You know, Bill Mercer, here's a man that is probably in the top 5 in the world today.
That's right. Internationally, he is a superb. He's a superb athlete, a superb competitor, and a great, great personality. This kind of has a little different outlook at the moment, but that outlook is his own embellishment of that ego that we talked about earlier.
It sure is. But you know, the ring is full of internationally known people also in that top 5. And I'm talking worldwide, is the fabulous Lance.
And we're ready to go with the fabulous Lance, and Iceman, who steps away a little bit. Now, this all started, remember, this is the feud that will be by itself in the ring Tuesday at Billy Bob's. And here comes Martel.
It sure was. You notice that, Bill? Iceman tagged out. He wanted the girls to start. An obvious, he didn't want to start the match with the fabulous Lance.
Well, we're not going to have Iceman against Candi Devine. That's just a little over on the... Candi's not, she doesn't care. She'll come right on. I mean, to see her against Martel, I'm not surprised. She said, come on, Iceman, I'll take you. She's a tough little gal.
There's going to be a lot of excitement in this match, Bill. You know, Bill, I came out here, I wanted to say a special congratulations to some folks in the time of economics that we're facing here in Texas. A good friend of mine, Charles Fenolio, and a dedicated group of people in Sanger, Texas, got a charter and opened a new bank. And with all the bank failures we read about worldwide, or at least around the United States, I have to say to them, congratulations, and the community up there is going to be well served, and it's up in my part of the country, and it's a big plus.
Well, that's optimistic work on their part, and certainly people who believe in the future of their area. That's great.
They have a little bit of that Wild West spirit, going against the grain, and by golly, going forward, and there's a group of dedicated people there as here. Oh, there was a great move, Bill. I hate to be talking when all this action's going on, and there's Iceman kind of got what he deserved.
Candi's, Iceman put a shot at Candi and popped his own partner, and then Candi popped the Iceman. So Candi Devine is not one young lady you want to, as they say in this line, mess with Texas. Don't mess with Candi.
Boy, she's got that Sherri Martel rocking and rolling now.
Here comes Candi. Look at the strength of that young lady. She picks her up and body slams her like it was nothing but a little feather. Bang. And Sherri weighs about 130 pounds. That's a strong young lady. Pop. Ooh, and Sherri gave her a mean right to the chest.
She's a champion. She knows all of the inside moves.
You saw that quick little thumb in the throat? That was nicely hidden by Martel from the referee. Sherri Martel, the champion. Got a little choke across the top rope and then bounce her around.
But it'll take more than that to get Candi Devine to either give up or to be in a position to be pinned. Bill, I can't stay out here with you long. I've got to run, but I did want to come by and say hi to you and all the great fans. And look at that Iceman now, pulling that hair. That's not the Wild West spirit, but a lot of people out there, a lot of people in the audience have the Wild West spirit, and we're going west, and we're going Wild West.
Thank you, Ken. We look forward to a long future, and a great future like your bank friend. A successful one. Ken Martel, president of Wild West Wrestling, coming out to talk with us as we watch our main event here on Wild West Wrestling at Billy Bob's, Texas. And we'll be there this Tuesday with more excitement, more thrills. Sherri Martel and Candi Devine. A mixed tag team match. And as you'd say in tennis, mixed doubles. Candi Devine protected by Lance, and then Martel bites the mat.
Oh, no, baby.
Here's Martel thrown into the corner with Lance. And Candi Devine stays on, the champion. She is pounding away. Lance keeping his distance, gentleman that he is, and Candi Devine doing the job all by herself, bringing Martel to the center of the ring. You got to give her a little catapult around here. She is very expert at this, and she does. Right on Iceman. Iceman shaking after that one. And here comes Devine right after Martel. Again, this Tuesday at Billy Bob's, Texas, on the north side of Fort Worth in the Stockyards Historic District. As Devine spins Martel off to the opposite corner. But Iceman does not make the tag. He says, look, what the heck? Stay out there and battle some. Iceman kind of pulls away, doesn't make the tag again. Martel looking a little puzzled over this one as Candi Devine has pounded around and really given Martel a tough time. Now the Iceman makes the tag, and he comes in, and it'll be Ice and Lance. How to get Lance to go out? He can't go out yet. Iceman choking on Candi Devine. Well, the referee has to count on Martel. They have to let Devine escape from the champion. She gets again another hair pull. And Iceman is out. Candi Devine extending that arm of Sherri Martel. Telling you about Tuesday at Billy Bob's, Texas. Iceman right over that corner in the green trunks, the green tights. And Lance, the fabulous Lance on this side. Their feud roaring, boiling, reaching the explosion point. A no disqualification bout. And that's just the way I'm sure both want it. Wild Bill Irwin in a brawl that to top all brawls with the Mad Dog, Buzz Sawyer. Look at a great move by Martel. That leg flip. Solomon Grundy, and they've begun to have the Grundy mania with a 400-pounder from Pig Knuckles, Kentucky. Grundy meets the Outlaw. 3 girls matches, including one that features girls from Starfine. And all of that, tremendous entertainment, excitement, athletic adventure at Billy Bob's, Texas. Economically priced for the family, the kids, and there's a lot of fun and music around it as Lance comes in and takes on Iceman. Ripping into him, though, as Iceman coming right back. And the Iceman with Lance. A miss on the clothesline. Flying body slam, 1. And Iceman kicks him off. This is the kind of excitement you'll see Tuesday at Billy Bob's between these two, who have developed a tremendous hatred feud. They'll be there with no disqualification Tuesday at Billy Bob's. By the way, Tuesday, the tickets at the Rainbow Ticket Outlet and at Billy Bob's, Texas, in Northside, Fort Worth. So when we say go west, go Wild West, we mean right to Billy Bob's on Tuesday. And we'll be going around the West and other parts of the world with the fabulous athletic ability of Wild West Wrestling. That's Lance with a headlock on Iceman. Lance having his hair pulled back by Ice. Trying to break that hold, but Lance holds on. Keeps the pressure on. Puts in more and more muscular pressure on the head of Iceman. While the girls, Candi in one corner, right there Martel, encouraging her partner, Iceman King Parsons. Lance comes up. That's a nice side move. That's a head scissors by Ice. Kicking out is Lance. Right back. Scissors. And Lance comes out of it again. Just a tremendous amount of athletic ability, force, and stamina. Finally, Iceman decides to take a little sanctuary outside the ring. Now, we're talking about great feuds. There's another tremendous feud going on between Hollywood John Tatum and the Missing Link. You don't want to get anywhere in the same building with these two. But they're going to be in our next week's program. A 6-man tag team, the Link, Wild Bill Irwin, and Rates against Tatum, Victory, and Outlaw. And Wild Bill Irwin with a twist of his wrestling personality. He's been teaming up with Link. Doesn't have anything good to say about John Tatum or Jack Victory. Wild Bill Irwin battling Buzz Sawyer, Buzzy Man. A little bit of consolation and maybe some tips that Sherri Martel, the champion, giving Iceman. Sherri Martel, the AWA Women's Champion. Now Iceman doesn't want to come in the ring until Lance is all the way across the ring. Lance is so quick. Iceman sliding in very quickly. Our main event on Wild West Wrestling from the colorful, exciting Billy Bob's, Texas. And Lance pounds right in on Iceman, picks it up, keeps the pressure on. Flying drop kick by Lance. And there's Iceman out of the ring again, landing on the railing and being helped by his partner, Sherri Martel, the AWA champion. Oh, Lance really sending Iceman reeling about the ring now. And the ice comes right back in. Just a prelude to Tuesday. Great event between Lance and Iceman. No disqualification this Tuesday at Billy Bob's, Texas. Iceman, as you notice, quickly rolled over, somersaulted over, and tagged Sherri Martel. So Martel and Devine back in the ring now. Martel, the champion. Devine, the former champion. In this mixed tag team main event on Wild West Wrestling. But Candi Devine pounding and pounding on Martel. Knee to the midsection. Miss Devine is tough to reckon with. And Martel may have lost it right there. 1, 2, no. But Sherri Martel's a tough customer. Shiver across the throat. And Candi caught from behind. Evidently Iceman reaching in and pulling her down before she could go over and put the pin on hook out. Here comes Outlaw in. Outlaw coming to the aid of Iceman as Iceman and Lance do battle. And Outlaw in the ring. That'll be a disqualification. As the Outlaw, a partner of Iceman, has suddenly come into the ring. Meanwhile, the battles go on. Candi Devine working on Martel. But meanwhile, the Outlaw and Iceman after Lance. Here comes Solomon Grundy. Grundy and the Outlaw. And Grundy sends the Outlaw reeling. Now Lance has shot Iceman out of the ring. There goes Martel at the hands of Devine. And here are the winners. Lance and Devine as the Outlaw came in to upset the apple cart for Iceman. While he thought, I guess, protecting him. And there are the winners. Iceman.
King Parsons and Sherri Martel walk out. Your winners, the fabulous Lance and Candi Devine.
Lance and Candi Devine, with help from Solomon Grundy. Winners of our main event on Wild West Wrestling. Remember, Iceman and Lance meet Tuesday at Billy Bob's, Texas. And we'll be back to tell you more about Wild West Wrestling in just a moment.